The two biggest crypto hardware wallets, specifically Ledger Wallet and Trezor Wallet, are under some serious allegations, both different allegations. Let me inform you first what's happening with Ledger so you can make the best decision for you as a crypto investor. Stop using Ledger hardware wallets. Migrate away from them immediately. They've shown nothing but gross incompetence and wild misunderstanding of their own purpose. And now they've publicly admitted to intentionally backdooring their own proprietary hardware. Stop using Ledger. So this all stems from an announcement Ledger made today about a new feature, a new product/feature of their company. Exciting update. Ledger has a new product, Ledger Recover, that's launching soon. Here's what Ledger Recover is and what it isn't, explained by the CTO of Ledger. Here's a short clip.
Hello, I'm Charles Guillemet, CTO at Ledger. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce a new service. Ledger Recover is an optional subscription for users who want a backup of their secret recovery phrase so they can restore access to their wallets whenever, wherever, even if they have lost or broken their Ledger Nano and don't have their recovery sheet with them. For some people, it's a very convenient service, but some others simply don't need it. You can continue managing your secret recovery phrase all by yourself if that's why you bought a Ledger at the first place.
So Ledger is saying all the right things. They're saying self-custody, your self-custody of your keys is the most important. We have no access to it, and this will never change.
This is not automatically enabled by any firmware updates. This is your choice. Self-custody is at the core of our offering, and your secret recovery phrase is created on your device. We have no access to it. This will never change. We are uncompromising about security, and that will never change.
That's what we all thought we were getting when we got a Ledger in the first place, so I like that. What Ledger Recovery is, it's an optional subscription for users who want a backup of their secret recovery phrase. This is not automatically enabled by any firmware updates. This is your choice.
If you choose to subscribe, Ledger Recover encrypts your secret recovery phrase and splits it into 3 fragments. All of this happens inside the secure element chip, so your private key is never at risk.
But if you choose to subscribe, if you choose to opt in, Ledger Recover will encrypt a version of your private key and split it into 3 fragments.
These encrypted fragments are stored by 3 different parties on hardware security modules. In this process, Ledger and our trusted providers have no access to your secret recovery phrase. There's no backdoor for anyone, neither us, a provider, or even a very gifted hacker to access it. Individually, these encrypted fragments are completely useless. When you want to restore your keys, 2 of these 3 parties will send back their fragments to your Ledger device, which will be able to recombine your secret recovery phrase and allow you to access back your wallet. Decryption can only happen on the Ledger secure element chip after identity verification. The split, encryption or decryption happens on your Ledger device and does not involve any other party than you. Nobody within Ledger or outside Ledger ever has access to it.
So what's the problem? This sounds like a cool new feature, an optional cool new feature. Why are people freaking out? Well, somebody asked Ledger on Reddit point blank, is there a backdoor? Yes or no? Here was that question. An official answer from Ledger would be very much appreciated. Also, because the alternative, typing 3 parts of your seed phrase for 3 custodians, goes against the #1 rule of never typing your seed into a connected device. This silence on how this recovery works is the worst response. Customers appreciate transparency, meaning that crypto holders in general are taught never input your seed phrase onto the internet, never type in your seed phrase in a connected device. This is for a cold wallet specifically. Hot wallets are different, but for cold wallets, isn't this breaking the #1 rule? Well, the co-founder of Ledger responded. He said, the device sends encrypted shards of your seed to different companies. If you decide to use the service, You can, of course, still choose to back up it yourself. Then another Reddit user responded saying, in the past, trusting the proprietary secure element to do its part was the single thread that held this company together. And now that's been severed. And before we get to Trezor wallet, before I explain if I'm switching wallets, what I'm doing differently, this is why Ledger users feel betrayed, in a sense, by this. It's opt-in. You don't have to use it. This is a misdirection. A hardware wallet should have a secure enclave where the private keys never leave the device, under any circumstances. They've now opened APIs for the enclave to send encrypted key shards to third parties on the internet. Reminder, Ledger previously had a data breach which leaked a list of customer names and addresses. Ledger is encouraging customers to wear hardware wallets as public jewelry. Ledger can always leak private keys from the enclave with further firmware updates. Now, this response to me is a little hyperbole in a sense, meaning technically, yes, all true, but this is sort of the worst case scenario for all this. What Foobar, I think, is essentially doing is saying, if A leads to B, then B could easily lead to C, D, and then E. Ledger Recover will be a great service for some who don't want to have to worry about self-sovereignty to the degree of certain people as much. Degens will complain about the Ledger update, but then have no problem connecting their cold wallets to a Bored Ape Yacht Club animation scam website. Fun times. So just know that it's not the end of the world, but it's not also the best look for a company whose branding, I believe, is trying to be the most secure hardware wallet in existence. And Ledger could have solved all of this. Ledger could have avoided this PR disaster and loss of trust by selling their recovery service in an entirely separate hardware device called Ledger Hot Wallet. Yes, then people would have loved it. It would have just been an entirely new piece of hardware, a new service. Ledger Hot Wallet. Got your keys, got your coins. So is the next obvious hardware wallet Trezor as a better option? Well, actually, censorship concerns grow as Trezor integrates CoinJoin being a Bitcoin privacy technology. This announcement actually happened a few weeks ago. On April 19th, the hardware wallet manufacturer announced implementing CoinJoin in collaboration with Wasabi Wallet. And on the surface, this should have been an easy, awesome value add, adding privacy. That's good, right? Well, host of the Proof of Decentralization podcast, Chris Black, highlighted this concern, saying, the terms of service of Wasabi Wallet, which will be providing Trezor's new CoinJoin feature, gives room for censorship. In a direct quote, Black said, Wasabi's tool is a total capitulation to government censorship. It blocks BTC transactions that are for things like buying guns and ammo, sexual content, alleged copyright violations, credit repair services, and much more. It also states that they are under no obligation to tell you why you're blocked. So Wasabi Wallet does provide privacy, but in exchange to be regulatory compliant, I guess they'll work with the government and they'll block any illegal transactions that they're told to. Yet for everybody else, you get privacy. People were concerned that Trezor's new integration was a pipeline to surveillance. So what's the solution here? For me, and this is not, financial advice for you at all, make your own decisions. I'm just sharing my journey, what works for me. I've always used Ledger primarily as my cold wallet, and I use now partner of the channel Aurochs as my hot wallet. I found the most value in those. Now I'm beginning to question, in a sense, the hardware component, and I know there's other options out there. There's Coldcard, there's Billfolds, there's SafeVal, there's a bunch of them, and I guess these headlines are beginning to seriously make me consider switching. Am I doing that today? Well, I think making any rash decisions in the moment is a lot like when Bitcoin collapses and then you panic and you immediately sell. I'm going to wait a few days. I'm going to learn more information. I'm going to judge from the community. How serious is this? Is this serious at all? Maybe it's overblown. Maybe it's just a bear market. People are blowing up at every little thing. The minute I get more information, I will of course make a video. I will of course keep you updated. Hit subscribe. And my brother and I will be at the Bitcoin conference in Miami starting tomorrow for the rest of the week. So expect great interviews from notable people in this space. I think you'll like it. And like always, see you tomorrow.